Freeman.
Are we having a Morgan Freeman on?
If you're willing.
And it do frame. I don't really give a shit. I can't do it.
Oh, you know what? I bow down before you.
Megahit video, now that's entertainment.
Welcome to Megahit Video, where you can pre-own your very own copy of Independence Day for only $19.99. Tonight, I'm joined by comedian Vicky Mullaley is in the house.
Hello.
Oh my God, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Before we get into the movies that you chose tonight, I did want to walk through your history. Tell me about your childhood video store. Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Freshwater, Placentia Bay.
Okay.
So automatically my childhood video store was A&M Video.
Tell me about their movie selection.
My memories of going to A&M were always like as a family event. I have an older brother and sister, and so my parents and my brother and sister, we would go over and fight over what movie we're gonna rent that night. But there would be some times where mom or dad would just rent me a movie or something as well. And I was quite young at the time, like less than 10, or even like 5 and 6. The Disney classics, like in the vault, would be the ones that I would get myself, because like it wasn't on demand like you can get it now. So like if I wanted to see a Disney classic, like it was a whole ordeal. Like pack up the car, we got to go to Jersey side.
Of all the Disney classics that you rented at A&M Video,
Mm-hmm.
what was your favorite?
It would have to be one that didn't scare me. Snow White and Seven Dwarfs. The best part about A&M Video when I was growing up is that they had a like point system. They had A&M Video bucks.
Wow.
And in every rental, you had a video buck. Like it looked like it was like a fake dollar bill.
Could you save these up?
You sure could, Corey.
What? Could you get just a movie, or could you save up for anything in A&M Video?
I think it was a free rental. We always used it for a free rental. I think you needed 8. And I remember, like, because A&M is no longer in operation. I can't remember how long it's been closed for. But I remember after it had been closed, and I was, like, moving from one apartment to the other or something like that in university. And I found a video book. And it was worse. It was worse than when you have a leftover drink ticket at Brigus Blueberry Fest and you find it the next morning and you didn't spend it. It was literally the exact same feeling. Okay, up first we have Double Jeopardy, starring Tommy Lee Jones and Ashley Judd. I feel like when you asked me to come here with a few movie recommendations, knowing I'm a comedian, you might have thought I was going to bring some comedy recommendations. Yeah. My favorite kinds of movies are thrillers, mostly psychological thrillers, but just ones that, you know, just really keep you on the edge of your seat. Literally give my body anxiety, which it's funny because I don't like experiencing that in my everyday life, but somehow seek it out when I'm trying to be entertained. That
type of movie is like a roller coaster. Like you get on a roller coaster to have that. You know you're not going to die.
I really like, I seek that out. And 90s classic movies, or like 90s just blockbusters, have a special place in my heart.
You actually had a couple others. We're going to concentrate on Double Jeopardy tonight.
Okay.
But when you said this movie, here, Along Came a Spider, I thought you meant this movie. I got these movies. You know what I did? I crossed the streams.
You Alex crossed the streams, because these are both Alex Cross films.
Yes.
Played by the one and only Mr. Morgan Freeman.
Oh, yes.
They're based on James Patterson books. You go from Tommy Lee Jones to Ashley Judd. Ashley Judd to Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman to... I can't remember this one's name.
Monica Potter.
Monica Potter. Apologies, Monica Potter. I know my inbox is going to be full of it here and now from Monica Potter.
Monica Potter fans start protesting outside Megahit. At your shows?
They wouldn't.
Heckling you? Does that happen?
Heckling?
Yes.
Yes. Oh my god, all the time.
Are you joking me? Are people out heckling?
Yeah, but like people aren't probably not in the like the typical heckling sense that you're thinking. Sometimes heckling, it to me and to a lot of my comedian friends, heckling is any form of interruption.
I assume the only thing you want me to do is laugh. You don't want me to play a part in the show. If you did, you'd say, I need you to come up here.
But even engaging in crowd work, like it would be like, oh, what do you do for a living? You know what I mean? Like I'm asking you a question.
I want to make a hit video.
Oh my goodness. What are you doing after this? Is probably what I would say in the show.
You know what Double Jeopardy is based on this movie?
I do. From what the movie taught me. I'm sure that there's some extra layers in the legal world.
You can't be convicted of the same crime twice.
Yes. So, Double Jeopardy, in this scenario, so Ashley Judd is the main character. She is framed for murdering her husband.
Right.
And her husband is actually not dead. So she goes to prison.
And she does.
She does.
Yeah, she's in prison right now.
She's in prison right here. And this is where she learns about Double Jeopardy.
What?
This woman tells her what Double Jeopardy is. I swear to God, this is the scene.
Okay.
So, yeah. She's already doing time for killing this man.
Right.
So if she gets out and he is alive, she can legally kill him. As this woman says, in the middle of the street, she could shoot him dead and not have to be punished for that.
Should she double check that with a lawyer, though?
She was a lawyer.
Oh, and how did she end up in prison?
Don't know.
Oh my God, an untold story.
Maybe she was practicing law without a license, and this is all questionable now. There she's getting ripped.
Part 2, Ashley Judd actually does go to prison again. That woman wasn't a lawyer. I want to read the back of this.
Okay.
I want to walk through it and see if you agree with it. Chase is on. Ashley Judd shines in this unstoppable box office smash that co-stars Tommy Lee Jones in his best performance since The Fugitive. Yay or nay?
Nay.
No.
Ashley Judd. That sounded like a chirp, but no. Ashley Judd did shine. I don't see anything super special about what Tommy Lee Jones did.
Like he
doesn't come in till halfway through the movie.
He gets top billing here. He's getting out of the drowning car.
For so does she.
He's climbing out first. He's like kicking her back in the seat. I'm getting out first. You get in. So she's hugging a boy. Is that her child?
It's her son, Maddie.
Oh, and presumably she doesn't see him for many years.
Correct.
Where does he end up? Does he end up with Bruce Greenwood?
He does.
Who's living as John Devereaux.
John Devereaux.
Who owns a hotel in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I know a guy named John Devereaux, and he owns a hotel.
He's a bad man, and Ashley Judd has a bone to pick with him.
Well, that was my worry. I thought if anybody Googles John Devereaux Hotel, and they're looking for Edge of the Avalon Inn, what if they get the plot to Double Jeopardy and he's going to lose out on business?
I want to stay there.
I kind of want to film a PSA for him.
Yeah, like support this John Devereaux. Like, despite what Double Jeopardy's John Devereaux has done. That was a hard sentence to say. There's a lot of D's and J's going on.
D's and J's. We don't rent that kind of movie. I love the next sentence of this movie box. Mm-hmm. This is packed with more crowd-pleasing excitement than several movies put together. Isn't that intensely vague?
That's like saying, this supper plate has more food than your breakfast and lunch plate put together. It's like, okay.
Does this have lots of action and spine-tingling suspense?
It absolutely has lots of action. And my spine was tingled many times. There was lots of spine-tingling action in there.
like a fart in the bathtub. Just up your back. Tickles. It does. When I went to Lush and bought myself a bath bomb. Not because I
just watched Double Jeopardy, dude.
just... And a bath bomb is like 6 million of them. Lush should use that as a slogan for a bath bomb. It's like 6. It's like 6,000 ferns. I'd buy that. I'd pay $7.95 for that.
That's
anyway.
good.
Woo. All right, Double Jeopardy. All right, Vicky.
Corey.
There's 6,000 ferns. But the mega hot scale runs from 1 to 10.
1 to 10.
Where would you place this on the mega hot scale?
What are your main categories you're fueling into your mega hot scale?
If you enjoyed it back then, there's no reason to deviate. So I want you to rate this based on your first viewing, your memories of it. I think that's very important.
Mm-hmm.
I love lots of very, very bad movies that I know objectively are not great movies, but I watch them all the time. You watch this how often?
I watch that realistically, probably every 2 years.
Right. So that's a significant investment. Like, in your life, you're going to watch this 30 times?
8.
6,000 farts, or 8 out of 10 on the mega hot scale.
Yeah, it's a good film if you haven't seen it. I would rent it.
All right, Vicky, listen, enough about the movies.
Okay.
It was great having you here, and I want to talk about you now for a little while. Where can people find you?
God, my house. I don't leave my house. I'm looking to meet someone in the hallway, apparently. People can find me. I assume you mean online, Corey. I have a Twitter. It's Vicky Mullaley, but I really don't tweet. I retweet and I read them. I go on there for NL traffic. The accounts that I am active on are, I have a Facebook page, Vicky Mullaley Laughs. That's where I post a lot of my videos and things like that. I have Instagram. It's Laugh Out Lolly. Yeah, those are the ones. And I do have a website, www.vlolly.com or vickymullaley.com.
You have been a brilliant guest. All right, everybody. Follow Vicky Mullaley all over the place. This has been Megahit Video. I'd like you to comment and let us know, where do you place Double Jeopardy on the mega hot scale? Or how many fart bubbles would you give it? Now that's a currency.
Megahit Video, now that's entertainment.
They're like moons. Actually, you know what? I brought something I wanted to show you. When I saw this, it reminded me of this photo of me. Corey and the Moon God. Corey. Yeah. Yeah.
This is of you?
Yeah.
May I have this?